Hi everybody, welcome to the Chat and Shorty, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Jim Veale, who's CEO of Lighthouse Instruments, and we're going to be talking about CCI testing today. So first of all, Jim, lovely to meet you. How are you?
Nice to meet you as well, Rizwan. I'm a big fan of the work you do at these chats, so thanks for having me.
Great, fantastic. Well, look, what we want to do, obviously, is know a bit about CCI testing and what Lighthouse Instruments do. But before you do that, maybe you can give a bit of background about yourself and the company.
Sure. So I founded Lighthouse Instruments in 1995, just after finishing my PhD in physics at the University of Virginia. And I had been working on developing applications for high sensitivity laser spectroscopy as part of my graduate work, and then went looking for some industrial applications for the technology. So I had applied or subscribed to dozens of industry trade magazines, just trying to understand where we might apply this very cool laser technology that we had. And I came across an article in Pharmaceutical Technology describing a need to measure oxygen in freeze-dried product vials to assess container closure integrity. And after reading the article, I thought, hey, we can do this measurement and do it non-destructively. So I started calling people that were mentioned in the article, people at the FDA and people at the Parenteral Drug Association, the PDA, and everyone was very helpful and encouraging. Then I convinced a few of my graduate student colleagues to join me, and we applied and were awarded a small business innovation grant from the Food and Drug Administration, which gave us funds to work in collaboration with the Parenteral Drug Association and the FDA to develop this technology. So that resulted in the first instrument and the first automated headspace analyzer being developed. So it's been a great collaborative effort between a small startup company and the FDA and the PDA. And 25 years later, here we are.
Well, I know you must have seen lots of developments and changes in the industry over those 25 years. And before we go into that, obviously, COVID has had a massive impact worldwide since January. So how has that impacted you as a business and also how you work with customers?
Yeah, well, certainly the way we're connecting to our customers during this pandemic has changed dramatically. Obviously, there's very little travel going on, so everything is being done online like this. So customer calls, demonstrations, technical support are all being done online. So we've invested a lot of time and energy into this digital transformation, and you're seeing some of that here now. We do customer demos from this video studio that we've set up, and really, frankly, it's all worked quite well.
And how do you offer training? So is all the training virtual as well in terms of customer experience now that you do?
Some travel has started again. So for customers that have critical needs or really need us on site, we are going. We've tried to put policies and practices in place to keep everybody safe. But we are, as you point out, able to do quite a bit online. So when it's not absolutely necessary to visit a customer site, we can do a lot of the training and demonstration of equipment virtually.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's talk about the trends in CCI testing. So how has the market changed in the last 25 years since you first started up to where it is now, both in terms of technologies used and also applications?
Well, I mean, again, as a transition into this, just another impact on us due to the pandemic, has to do with CCI testing for a lot of these vaccines and therapies that are being developed or have been developed. So all of those therapies are right now sterile injectable products, and container closure integrity is very important for those products. And of course, the speed with which this development and manufacturing is occurring means that product safety risk has to be managed very carefully, and CCI risk is certainly an area where we're supporting our customers both in the current environments, and then this is really what we've been doing over the last 20 years. So it's really a very exciting time to be involved in CCI testing, and looking back over the last 20 years. Groundwork was really laid by some visionary, energetic people like Donna Guazzo and Mike Korzinski, two mentors of mine. And they've really paved the way for a massive modernization of CCI testing in the pharmaceutical industry. And I would say that, you know, over the last 20 years, there's been a lot of CCI innovation, you know, particularly at companies like Lighthouse and PTI with the laser spectroscopy method, and new iterations of high voltage leak detection. And so many companies in the pharmaceutical industry, and a lot of the testing laboratories supporting those pharmaceutical companies have developed expertise now in these new deterministic methods like laser headspace analysis and high voltage leak detection. And it's been very exciting to be a part of.
And how do you see things, the trends for the future? So what do you see are the future developments around CCI?
Yeah, I think right now the pharmaceutical industry is working very hard on developing new packages and devices for administering sterile injectable products, and these new packages and devices will require new approaches to CCI testing, and that's certainly going to keep us busy for some time. And then in addition to the packages, there's also quite a lot of formulation development work going on in cell and gene therapies, and including some of the COVID vaccines that are under development. And a lot of these products will require, for example, storage at cold and ultra cold temperatures, -80 degrees freezer, even -180 degrees C, liquid nitrogen temperatures. And storing packages at those temperatures has challenges, particularly for container closure integrity, and those will certainly keep us busy going forward.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I know Lighthouse do a lot of on-demand webinars and live webinars as well. Have a lot of information around CCI testing out there. So there is a link above this video where you can click on to get more information about Lighthouse and the various solutions they offer within the industry. Jim, I appreciate you taking time out in your busy schedule to give me a quick overview of the business and how it's developed. I really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to be with you, Rizwan.